Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. The S&P 500 had a really good day today. Green shirt day, up 1.9%. Really fantastic day across the board. Small cap stocks ran really hard. There was green everywhere. Some really big numbers, 3, 4, 5% gains in some of the ETFs that are kind of on my overall list. And one of the things that's happened today, of course, was the CPI report came out. And it was better than expected. So inflation is growing at a slower rate than was what expected. Still got a ways to go on inflation. The core inflation for CPI year over year was still at 4%. So still got to get that down. But the trend is in the right direction. And really what happened was it kind of changed the bets on whether the Fed was going to be raising rates to much more so, hey, the Fed might be lowering rates, by next summer is kind of the expectation at this point in time. And so and we saw the bond market go up. The Vanguard Total Bond Market Index ETF, BND ticker symbol was up 1.2% today, which is a really big move for a bond market ETF of that size. So we saw, a lot of different things going on that are kind of in the right direction. We also saw something interesting today too. There's a basket of kind of the most shorted stocks on the market, which outperformed the market today also. So you probably had some of that short covering coming in, really driving this. And so we've had, I think it's 9 out of the last 11 days now. We've had up days and a really strong up day altogether. So we're really bouncing out of this low that we established on October 27th. So really, really good. We are, got right up to 4,500 today on the S&P 500, actually got over it for a little while, ended up at 4,495. So, that's kind of a next barrier, I would assume. But the high for the year so far is 45.89. So we're very close to that, actually. Could set a new high for the year here before the year is out if things continue to hold up. And then we're not all that far from the all-time high, which is over 4,800. But the market is going in the right direction. The economy seems to be, at that soft landing zone would be a situation where the economy is still doing pretty well, and the inflation still starts to come back down, which is what's been happening so far. There's some fear, of what happened in the 70s where it reunited itself and came back and what have you. So you're going to hear the Federal Reserve still talking, I think, quite aggressively about raising rates or staying up for longer or those types of things, because they really don't like to see the stock market have these kind of gains because it eases, monetary situation and people might start to spend more, et cetera. So, but it's really hard to kind of put the genie back in the bottle. The market's roughly where it was 3 years ago. Earnings are higher than they were 3 years ago altogether. So you kind of have some, situation where the market comes down from last summer to the end of October, and people started to buy, and it came right into that support level. So this is fun to watch. We'll see how it continues to play out. I keep thinking there's going to be a pause. There hasn't been. Today really showed that, but we'll see how this plays out. It is, really moved a lot in a short period of time, but momentum is kind of a really important component here because once things get moving like this, when you see this type of change, you often will see some gains and maybe not, next week or what have you, but over time here. And, that wide breadth thrust indicator that triggered last Monday is about that. It's about a big, strong move, and it really gets things going. And the average return after that thing signals a buy over the last 18 times has been 23% over the last 12 months. So again, that's what we're seeing here is a big, big move in the market, and hard to turn that around and make it come straight back down. It would take something pretty spectacular, but so we should see some continued gains from this, at least, for the rest of this year or what have you, with a few, rest periods, obviously. But I wouldn't be surprised to see things continue to move in this direction just because we've had so much strength already. So anyway, look forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow. This is a great time to be an investor, a great time to be kind of watching and seeing how this plays out. But look forward to talking to you then. Thank you.